Verse 13, Ke ezise kainan meta to genise afton ton mala elil tessera konta ke eptakosia eti. And Canaan lived after his procreating Mahalalel, Tessera 4t, and Epta 7 osi 100 years. Ke agenisen eus ke thigateres, the daughters again. 14, ke agenonto pase e imere kainan deka eti ke enakosia ke apethene. It came to pass, we have all the days of Canaan. Deka is 10 years, and Ena is 9, Osi 100, and he died. Ke ezise malalael, pente ke exikonta, ke ekaton eti, ke agenese ton iared. And Mahalalel lived 65, x 6 hexagon, exikonta, onta would be the T, and 100 years, and he procreated Jared. Ke ezis 5, ke ezise malael metato genise afton ton iared, eti triakonta ke eptakosia. And Mahalalel lived after his procreating Jared, what? Eti tria 30 and epta 700. Ke agenisen eus ke thigateres. Verse 17. Ke agenonto pase e imere malalael eti pente ke enanikonta ke octacosia ke apethene. And came to pass all the days of Mahalalel, years, pente 5, the pentagon, and enanikonta, onta being the T, 9, and octacosia, octa is 8, octagon. Ke apethan, and he died. Ke ezisen iared, theo, ke exikonta eti ke ekaton, ke agenise ton enok. And Jared lived 2, theo, duodecimal, 2, and ex ikonta, they're x 6 hexagon, and onta eti ke ekaton, hectare, again the 100, hectare be the derivative, ke agenise ton enok, ke ezisen iared meta to genise afton ton enok, octacosia eti ke agenisen eus ke thigateres. And Jared lived after his procreating Enoch 800 years, and he procreated sons and daughters. 5:20, ke agenonto pase e imere, and came to pass all the days iared, theo ke exikonta ke enacosia eti, 2 theo, and exikonta 60 and 900 years, ke apethene. Ke ezisen enok, pente ke exikonta ke ekaton eti, ke agenese ton Mathuselah. And now it turns into one of the more interesting stories of the Bible. In verse 22, eviretstise they Enoch totheo. And Enoch was well-pleasing to God. And that we could say the same thing to us, and that God would see that in us. And what happened? Ke ezisen Enoch meta to genise afton ton Mathuselah theacosia eti. And Enoch lived after his procreating Methuselah 200 years. Ke agenisen eus ke thigateres. And then 23. Ke agenonto pase e imere Enoch pente ke exikonta ke triacosia eti. So all the days were pente 5 and 60 and 300 years. Verse 14, ke every stisen Enoch totheo. Again, and Enoch was well-pleasing to God. Ke uk evrisketo, and he was not found. Eureka, to find. And he was not found. And for oti metekesen afton o theos, and for God transposed him. It mentions in Hebrews 11:5, it says, by belief Enoch was transposed to not know death, and was not found, because God transposed him. For before his transposition he bore witness to have been well-pleasing to God, which it says he was well-pleasing, and God transposed him. I know in the 2nd Thessalonians it mentions being snatched away to meet the Lord in the air. And in a way, this was something, I'm not exactly know how God took Enoch, but he was well-pleasing. And that if God does, when he does take us away, that we would be found in the state of being well-pleasing to him, either in death or however it may be. In verse 25, it continues, Ke ezise Methuselah eptake ogdoi konta. Don't have the accent here, sorry. Ke ekaton, ke egenese ton lamek. And Methuselah lived epta 7 and ogdoi 80, konta ekaton 100 years, and he procreated Lamech. Ke ezise Methuselah metatogenise afton ton Lamech. Dio ke ogdoi konta, ke eptakosia eti, ke agenisen ius ke thigateres. And Methuselah lived after his procreating Lamech 280 and 700 years, and he procreated sons and daughters. Verse 27, Ke agenon to pase e imeri Methuselah, as ezisen, enea ke exikonta, and all came to pass all the days of Methuselah, which he lived 69, ke ena kosia etian 900 years, ke apethene. Verse 28, Ke ezise Lamech, okto ke ogdoi konta, ke ekaton eti, ke eganison eon. And Lamech lived 80 and 100 years, and he procreated a son. In verse 29, Ke eponomase toonoma aftu noe legon, utos dia na pavsi imas apo ton ergon imon. And he named his name Noah, saying, this one will rest us from our works. Ergonomics, understand like that. Ke apo ton lipon ton hiron imon, and from the distresses of our hands. Ke apotis gis is kati rasato kyrios o theos. And I'm not exactly sure if he may have gotten this wrong, because they were only rested for 40 days, I believe, when they were the period they were in the ark, and then they were rescued, taken away, more or less, just as Enoch was taken away, and others have been taken away from the earth until we know the flood receded. And he's thinking that this maybe is going to be the deliverer of the world, maybe, and but it wasn't Noah. It would come much, much later. And the distresses of our hands, and from the earth which the Lord God cursed. And so Noah was now born.